Thanks for coming to the topic discussion of conscious leadership, an integral approach to connecting deeply and inspiring others. So, right off the top, what do we mean by conscious leadership or mindful leadership? We, by the way, use those two terms synonymously. So we'll just talk about conscious leadership. And so really, you've heard, I'm sure, over the last recent little while here, many people talk about conscious leadership or mindful leadership. And for us, when we boil it all down, it really comes down to becoming more awake to your current situation. And also becoming more aware of where others are coming from and the setting that you're working within. So this allows you to be more present in the moment, discerning appropriate response to, in the world today, as you know, very complex situations. We read about every day, work within situations every day that are very highly complex and getting more and more complex, as you know. So really, conscious leadership is about slowing it down by becoming more present, more aware of yourself and of the context of where others are playing in that sandbox, as it were, so that you can much more easily be able to connect with and engage others, knowing where you're at, knowing where they're coming from, so that you can accomplish purposeful driven action. And that's what really this is all about. And so what we've done tonight is we've chosen just a snippet of what we mean by that and how we apply that in our work. And so just to take a second to introduce myself and Staffan, I'm Joseph Zepedeo. I'm the president of the Integral Business Leadership Group. This is Staffan Rydin, one of our esteemed team members, and we have a group across Canada and in various other parts of the world. We've been at this for over 25 years. Without boring you with the details of who we are and what we do, you can always look that up. I want to actually take the time to get right into this because I know we don't have a lot of time. So you've heard the phrase, we don't see others as they are, we see others as we are. So that's kind of dovetails on what I just mentioned in the intro about conscious leadership. And so I really just want to get right to what do we mean by the four fundamental perspectives that we apply in our integral work. And so enter the four perspectives that we've handed out to you, which are described as simply as we possibly can make it as people tend to have one of, sometimes two, but typically one favorite way of seeing the world, making meaning, relating to others, etc. in terms of how you think, how you feel, how you act, etc. And so this particular perspective is about me and my own personal meaning, the individual personal meaning I make in terms of how I value things, what are my thoughts and views about things, what deeply matters to me. And so if you think about being in a group meeting or in a meeting setting, the person here will be that person that is, hey, what are we talking about here? Is this meaningful to me? I'm going to commit to this initiative or project if I see the meaning in this and how I personally fit into that and where we're going with it. So that would be different than this next perspective, which is more about the exterior individual, which is about doing, learning by doing. This is the proverbial action-oriented individual, the doer, quote unquote. And so this person here is the person that's looking at their watch at a meeting because half an hour has gone by and all we've done is chit-chat about getting caught up in terms of what we've been doing for the past month or so, and they're wondering, when are we actually getting started on this topic, because we're all running out of time, we haven't even got to it yet. That's the doer, the one who wants to rush out and do it first and learn from it later, whereas this person wants to think it through, understand it first, does it have meaning before I'll commit to it. So that's different from this next perspective. If this is your favorite way, then you see and relate to everything from a place of shared meaning, us, the we space, which is why these people are the people that want to spend half an hour out of an hour's meeting talking with one another and getting caught up and really understanding the meaning together. So these are the people that once they understand that everyone's aligned and on the same page, then they'll commit to the initiative or project. How is that different from the final fourth perspective? This person, if this is your favorite way, then you're going to be interested in the big picture. How everything ties together, fits together. Are the support structures in place for this project to be successful? Have we thought of this? Have we thought of that? Do things line up and link together? If you don't demonstrate that to me as the project leader, I'm not going to commit. I may pay lip service to it, but I'm not actually going to really, really deeply commit to this project or initiative. So you can see the differences from one perspective to another. And so what's the point of all this? Well, I need to know first what is my personal bias and perspective. And I need to understand where others are coming from so that we can more fully connect in that wider sphere of perspective. So obviously, the more perspectives we're able to engage in and include, the better chance we have of driving forward together as a team in achieving our purpose. And that's what we call conscious leadership, is the ability to be able to be present and understand and include more perspectives, such that we're able to work better together by connecting more deeply and accomplishing our goals.
Yeah, and I think speaking of engagement, if you don't cater to each of these four perspectives, you're going to lose people. You're going to lose people's engagement. Starting a meeting without an agenda, without how long are we going to be here, how the initiatives, things we agree on fit into the larger organizational perspective, is very not motivating for me. It doesn't make sense. I get disengaged. Whereas other people feel like that slows things down. They want to get moving. They don't need that to get going. Mm-hmm. So finding this right balance between sharing and belonging, between tapping, making sure that people are included and that their inner meaning is there, and that you're also producing things and put it kind of into context, is crucial if you want to have a full team engagement.
That basically is a way of including where you're coming from and being able to meet where others are coming from. And that alignment produces the energy, the conscious level energy to drive forward in a much more effective, powerful way. Yeah. Full circle here. One of the benefits we hope that as a takeaway for you is to realize what your favorite perspective is, and to also understand, hey, that person looking at their watch getting really itchy about the fact that we spent 15 minutes just getting caught up and not on topic. Oh, they're the doer, they're the one that really wants to get things done, and they really have a need to demonstrate results. Okay, let's include that in the way we go about things, as well as, of course, including the other perspectives. That's the task of the conscious leader.
Then how to balance that is, of course, a whole different ballgame, right? And that's where coaching can be a great tool to learn how to see and work with, for example, your blind spot. Mm-hmm. In my case, it's the relationship and we domain. So I've had to work a lot on that through coaching, among other things, to understand that that's a really important piece, not just getting things done into the big picture that's meaningful to me. Mm-hmm. So
that's your path of development.
Right.
Yeah. Someone else's path of development whose favorite way is the lower, to be engaged with others and to feel connected in terms of a common meaning, shared meaning, is they may need to develop the side of their leadership that actually is more action-oriented, or is more reflective, or is more structured. So thank you for spending this time with us and learning a little bit about, a snippet about the conscious leadership work that we do. We hope you have found it interesting, and by all means, if you have any questions at any point in time, please feel free to contact us, either calling us or emailing us, and we'll be happy to answer any questions.